Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Friday, the 14th of October. Well, let's get straight into it. Well, I just want to remind everybody that the last time we had selections at Haydock, there was quite a big draw bias towards the high numbers, which is actually the near side, the stand side. Well, that was on, I believe, good to soft ground. Well, it's actually described as heavy. Well, I looked at the going at last year's meeting and it was soft and it came down the centre. So what I'm going for, I'm going to take a bit of a punt and I'm going to go centre to high. So basically the middle of the track to near side. So middle numbers to high numbers. So what I've gone for, it may not be that, but recently it has indicated that. In the last year, it indicated that down the centre. And more recently, at the last meeting, when Sterling Knight did win, I think it was like 3 out of the first 5 were like 14, 15 and 16. Well, what I have done, I've left that race for you to view. All you need to do is go into the description. It might say more. Click on more. And I've given you the link. Click on the link and you'll see watch finish. And you won't see the draw really pan out up until the camera angle changes. And then you'll see that the ones that even in the middle of the track are quite some way off the pace. So let's get into it. Well, the first race is not, was it 12 runners, I think? So I have gone for middle to high numbers. So let me get into it anyway. So the bet is 25 pence each way doubles and 12 pence and 12 pence each way trebles. So all you need to do is select the following horses. So in the 140, I have gone for, and just please bear in mind that the ones that say SP are the ones that they're a bit too skinny. As in, don't get wrong, it could get shorter, the horse could. But I just think, when I put this bet on, about 6 o'clock, I was just thinking that, there is potential for it to actually drift. So let me get into it. So it's a 25 pence each way doubles, 12 pence each way trebles. The first selection in the first race in the 140 at Haydock, paying 4 places instead of 3, is Golden Bullet. The second selection is Rajwan. And the third selection is Esperito. The next race I've gone for is in the 250. I've also gone for 3 selections. I've gone for Sterling Knight at 9 to 2. This is in 250 at Haydock, paying 4 places instead of 3, sorry. The second selection, which I really like, is Marshall Dan at 12 to 1. And the third selection is Babat Razor at 16 to 1. The third race, is in the 4 o'clock at Haydock, paying 5 places instead of 3. Well, if this is favouring high numbers, these 3 have got a huge... no, forget that. This is a 7 furlong race where they go round a bend, and I've deliberately gone for low numbers because basically they're drawn on the inside, they go around the bend, and they've got the choice of where they want to go because they also race prominently. So in the 4 o'clock at the Haydock, paying 5 places instead of 3, the first selection is Amor Vincit Omnia at 16 to 1. Second selection is Fame and Acclaim at 16 to 1. And the third selection is Chalet at 14 to 1. So in this race, Chalet is definitely loves soft ground. It's had a few quiet runs, but if you go back a bit, one of its best runs was on soft ground. It's got plenty of pace and should lie up there. Fame and Acclaim was very disappointed last time, and has not quite reached last season's form. And Amor Vincit and Omnia actually won a race on this card last year on soft ground, raced prominently. I believe it actually made all and stretched clear. And if Hugo Palmer's got this horse in the same kind of shape, well, I think it's got an absolutely cracking chance. So there's some big prices. Don't get me wrong, with it being big prices, the bookies don't expect them to be involved. But I do think we've got half a chance of some of the horses running very good races. So get a couple of winners, it could be a very nice return. So fingers crossed for tomorrow. What I am also going to have, which I haven't put on yet, is because I've chosen 3 horses in each race, I'm actually going to have a 25 pence combination forecast and a 25 pence combination Tricast. So all you need to do, in fact, saying this, I'll show you an example of putting it on in Skybet. So I'm going to click on the race there. So go to the 140. So I've gone to the 140. I'm actually going to put this bet on now, but I'm going to put the rest on in Paddy Power. So forget this section. You need to scroll down to the forecast and Tricast. So click on any for Golden Bullet. So the next selection is Rajwan. Click any again. Bear in mind, when I put this in the bet slip, you won't be able to see it. And then click on any for Esperito. Scroll down to add to bet slip. Right, I'm just about to make the screen. Oh, perfect. So it's coming to view now. So all I need to do is 0.25. As you can see, combination forecast. That means any order. So they come first or second, those three horses in any order. Place bet. Then all I need to do now is reuse selections. Click on combination forecast and scroll down to combination Tricast. 0.25 for 25 pence stake. £1.50 again. And that's £3. And as I said, I'm going to do it on the rest of the races, which is the later two races. So in total, it comes to, I believe, £29-ish. So the very best luck for tomorrow. Hope to get the bets up nice and early for Saturday. There will be, in my opinion, it's really poor racing. I know it's Champions Day at Ascot, but some of the races, or some of the supporting meetings are really awful. So I do like the look of Catterick. And what I will say about Catterick is there's quite a lot of rain around again, so we could see heavy ground. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And what could happen is it might not matter too much, sorry, if they handle heavy ground. It's all about who can get to the near side rail first, in my opinion. Yeah, because the near side rail is quicker ground. It isn't heavy ground. So anyway, that's Saturday's racing I'm talking about. So fingers crossed for Friday. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers.